Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out of me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine videos, unboxings, blogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I usually upload 2 videos a week, sometimes more. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Generation 1 Pretender LANDMINE, and I love this toy. Originally released in 1988, he retailed for approximately $8 to $9 brand new, and that's so crazy to think of. So LANDMINE, or Lander as he was known in Japan, was one of only 4 Autobots, or rather Cybertrons, featured on the Master Force show. Master Force only featured 7 Pretenders in all, 4 Cybertrons or Autobots, and 3 Destrons or Decepticons. Here in the States, we got all 3 of the Destrons, but we only got 3 of the Cybertrons. We did not get the leader Metalhawk. So here in his shell, LANDMINE is approximately 7 inches tall, and you know, there's not a whole lot to these guys. These are some toys that I did not get to experience as a kid. I was kind of a little bit out of Transformers by then. I remember my brother at this time, my little brother, he was getting some of the other figures from Master Force, so he got a couple of the Power Masters, and one of the Headmaster Juniors I remember he got as well. But he never got any of the Pretenders. I think we both thought these were lame. So I never experienced these as a kid, and I'm experiencing them now as an adult, and I really like them. I'm really, really digging these guys. These are really, really cool. So the Pretenders start out in their human shell. Human really mostly in name, because the only human thing that you can see about them is the tops of their head there. They're in some cybernetic suits of armor of some sort, but really cool looking figures with a lot of detail. Now, as far as paint apps go, they don't get a whole lot of paint apps, but the details are all there, and you can just imagine this could be a customizer's dream if anybody had the guts to really paint these old rare G1 toys, of course. So LANDMINE here, he comes with 4 accessories. As you saw, he comes with a helmet, which is removable. We'll need to take this off to separate the shell, so we'll go ahead and leave that off. He does come with this gun that we can also use for the inner robot. He does have a melee weapon, which is this sword right here, and we'll go ahead and give him that one back. And he's got his rubber belt as well, which we'll need to remove to separate the robot as well, or the shell halves rather. As far as articulation goes, not a whole lot to write home about here. Just the arms can go all the way around 360. That is it. Not a whole lot of articulation, but you do get a pretty cool action figure here. So that's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and separate them. We'll remove the belt. Take this off. And then the shell is going to split in half. That's going to reveal the robot within. Set that guy down. We can take this guy, put him back together. We'll give him his belt. And we'll go ahead and give him his helmet. We won't give him back his gun. We'll use it for LANDMINE, for the robot. And that's it for the shell. We can set the shell off to the side. And then we can take LANDMINE here. Open up his arms, turn up his feet, turn around his head, and there is LANDMINE in robot mode. We'll bring the camera down just a little bit. And here in the inner, robot is approximately 5.5 inches tall. And all of these Pretenders are going to be very, very alike. I almost said identical. They're not exactly identical, but they are nearly identical. They're all going to look very much the same. And their transformations are going to be very similar, very few variations from one to the other. As far as articulation, LANDMINE can turn his head, rotate at the shoulder, rotate at the hip, and he's got a backwards knee bend, so that really doesn't count. And a little bit of ankle there because of the transformation. So very, very cool. So Lander here, his specialty was the land. So he is going to transform into a land vehicle. Kind of looks like a little bit of a, I don't know, like a lunar rover. kind of a thing. He can't hold his weapon. Now, on this one's always kind of weird. I've always found Landmine to be a little bit kind of separate from his brothers because he's so different. So the peg holes for him are on the inside of his hands. And, of course, he can't use the bigger peg hole that the show was using. You got to use one of these smaller pegs on the side here. So he's going to hold his weapon from the side, which looks kind of weird. However, I found that with Landmine, it's really fun to just kind of bring the arms together like so. So he looks like he's doing kind of a double-handed hold and bring it down to the hip. And you can just angle the gun up like so and then turn the head in the same direction that the gun is pointing. And that really kind of gives him a cool pose, like he's spraying something down. And yeah, I've always thought that looked pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and get him transformed. Take off the weapon. We'll turn around his head. And then the arms are just going to go straight up. Straighten out his ankles. And then fold up his legs up and over. And then bend again at the knee. Up and over at the hip. Bend at the knee. And then we're going to take his gun and we're going to plug it into the back of his head right there. Get that in all lined up. And you just kind of get everything lined up nicely. And there you go. There's his little buggy, dune buggy mode or lunar buggy or something. Some sort of a land vehicle mode. He rolls okay. He is a little back heavy, as you can see. He kind of pops a wheelie whenever I push him back. But he does roll. He's got 4 wheels that roll very nicely. And yeah, you have to use your imagination with this. And as I look at these, yeah, I can kind of see why everybody thought these were so terrible. And I completely agree. But I can imagine myself at an age where I was playing with Transformers, getting something like this and really using my imagination. I could see myself having fun with this toy. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like it a lot. So we'll go ahead and get him transformed back to his robot mode. And like I said, I didn't experience these as a kid. I'm experiencing them now as an adult, but I find them fascinating. I think these figures are really, really cool. And I'm going to give him his badass pose one more time. I'm just going to hold him like that. And yeah, I think that is pretty cool. I am really enjoying these Pretenders. My hips are just a little loose. I'm going to have to retighten those up again. I have gotten some repro labels from Toy Hacks for this guy when I got them, and I got them all cleaned up and restored. So, all right, so I think that about covers the Transformers Generation 1 Pretender Landmine. What did you think of this figure? Let me know by leaving me a comment down below. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.